Hey there friends, Foster the Canadian here. Welcome back to Fridays with Foster, which is a weekly series in which you guys send me messages, ask me questions, ask me advice, and send me your stories, and I give you my take on them and share a little bit of my own stories and try to help you guys out. Now, this gameplay is on Complex, and I wasn't sure if I was going to use this. I went 27-3, but I only got like dirty, kind of grimy kills. I didn't get any, the good clean, triple kill, overkill, all with the DMR from across the map. I didn't get anything like that. It was just, it was more like coordination with the team. It was a very vocal team, and we were able to communicate pretty well, and I think that's why we did well. And let me know what you guys think about this kind of gameplay, or, if you don't care about the gameplay at all and just want to hear about the stories, and that's what we're getting on to right now. Story number 1. Alright, this first story is called I Love My Country, But No One Else Does. To Foster. I live in the US, however most of my family members I know are Canadian. I often show my patriotism at school by wearing pieces of clothing that have Canadian things on them. One of them, also one of my favorites, is a sweatshirt that says, "On the A-Team." So many people at my school, even the little 6th graders, walk up to me and say, "On the A-Team?" A few months ago, a person I really don't like was walking behind me with one of his friends and said, "Ugh, Canada is so ridiculous with all the free healthcare and stuff." I've convinced my friend to like Canada, but almost everyone else questions my patriotism. They ask, "Were you born in Canada?" When I say no, they ask, "Then why do you like it so much?" It even got to the extent where the girl 2 lockers away said, "Hey dude, I hate Canada. I just want to know what to do." Alright, you sent this to the right guy because you can look. You can go across the globe. You will seldom find anyone who even has close to the patriotism that I have for my country. I am so proud and I love Canada so much, and it's kind of shocking to me to hear there is so much hate on. And my best advice is roll with it. I think one thing that makes Canada uniquely special, and that kind of separates us to our neighbors to the south, no offense to any Americans here, but Canadians, we don't have to be number 1 at everything. We don't. We are very competent. We know that our country's great. We know what we're good at. We know what we're not good at. And we're fine with that. We're very comfortable in our country. We don't need to go around shouting, "Yeah, Canada's number 1 at everything." You know what Canada's number 1 at? Basketball. Why not, right? We got one good player. But no, we don't have to be the world's best at anything, except for hockey. And, that's, even that's arguable. We can accept that, there have been times where there are other teams that were maybe equal to Team Canada. I don't want to say better, but the Russians and the Americans, you guys have great hockey teams, and I'm not gonna try to pretend you don't. And I don't want to leave out the Swedes because they got. All right, anyway, I'm gonna get off on a hockey tangent here if I keep going on. Basically, what is unique about Canada is we're able to poke fun at ourselves because we know that her country is great, and we don't have to prove it to anyone. And I know how frustrating it can be. Trust me, I've played on Xbox Live with the gamertag FosterTheCanadian. I know how it is. And there's so much to be proud of that I can point out. I can go, "Hey look, we're the most educated country in the world. We typically have voted on the most beautiful cities in the world. We have a healthcare system that a lot of countries are jealous of. And it's not perfect. I'm not going to lie and say it's perfect, but it's decent. If I feel the slightest bit sick, I can go to the doctor's office and go, "Hey, cure me." And, I can walk out there with cold medicine or whatever. And that's not really the point that I want to make. I don't want to say, here's what Canada's good at, as much as I want to say, take it in stride. Go, you know what? You can say what you want about Canada. I like Canada. There's a lot to be proud of about Canada. And, there's a lot to be proud of about America, too. And that's the way I take it. I poke fun at Canada, but I love my country. I'd do anything for my country. And I know that, and I feel comfortable. Yeah, those are just reasons that I think you should be able to feel proud about Canada yourself, because it sounds to me like maybe you're doubting it a bit. And I don't think that's really the case, because, you sound very proud of Canada, and you're just having a little bit of frustrations with other people who don't have the same pride that you do. But yeah, try to take it in stride, and I hope this helped. Alright, I'd like to call this next story Future Fatalist. Hey Foster, I've been a sub of yours ever since Halo CEA glitches, and lately I feel like my life has been unaccomplished. I'm depressed all the time and I can't picture success in my future. I'll never be famous, I'll never get rich, and I'll never find true love. I feel horrible about my future and I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm in 9th grade, by the way. Any advice on what I should do? Alright, first off, thank you. I mean, being a subscriber since Halo CA Glitches, that video was a year and a half ago, and I really appreciate your support. Now, to get down to your question, what you should do. Man, I'm sorry, I can't give you an answer for that. I can't tell you. As much as I'd love to say, you know, hey, why don't you work on being an astronaut? You're going to be the first man on Mars. Or, hey, you've got a great singing voice. I think you can sign a record label. I can't do that. What I can do is relate to your question. And, you know, everyone at some point feels like, I don't think my life's accomplished. I can't, you know, foresee one thing or another. And it sucks when that happens, but let me try to get this into a context that you might get. Wayne Gretzky, best hockey player of all time. You know, sure it's arguable, Bobby Orr and whatever, but again, I'm not going to get into hockey. Now, Wayne Gretzky, when he was a kid, if he would have told all his friends, hey, I'm going to be the best player ever. I'm going to get, you know, more than 1,000 points than the guy in second place. I'm going to be so good that everyone's just going to be astonished at the awards and trophies I get year after year after year. They're going to retire my jersey with every team. No team's ever going to be able to wear my jersey number ever again because I'm going to be that good. No one would believe him. I mean, if let's say Justin Bieber, I know there's a lot of hate on for Justin Bieber, so maybe this isn't the best analogy, but if Justin Bieber told his friends, you know, 8 years ago, hey, I want to be rich, I want to be famous, I want girls to swoon when I walk by the street, I don't even want to have to look at them for them to get all, you know, excited and start screaming and chanting my name. His friends wouldn't have believed him. The point is, you know, you can't foresee what will happen, so the best thing that you can do is dream big. Alright, I know I don't have, you know, millions upon millions of subscribers. My videos aren't on the top of the most watched page day in and day out, but I dream like that is a possibility. And, you know, I keep my dreams as big as they can be, you know? When I was a kid, I wanted to be a goalie, and I didn't dream about just making it to the NHL. I dreamt about being the best goalie of all time, about breaking every record, about winning every award, multiple Stanley Cups, you know, getting my jersey retired by the league. And now that I'm a YouTuber, you know, I go to bed dreaming every night that I'm going to be this big YouTuber. I'm going to have all these people that I can entertain, that I bring something, laughter to their life day in and day out, that I can really do what I've always wanted to do. Even as a kid wanting to be a goalie, it was all about entertaining. I just wanted to entertain people, and I want to do it to the biggest extent that I can. And whether or not that's a real possibility, I don't care. I want to hold on to that dream. I want to hold on to the chance that one day that could happen to me, that I could be this big YouTuber and I'd be able to help, you know, all these people, and I'd be able to entertain the masses, and that's something that I really hold on to. Just like when I walk down the street, every time I turn a corner, I'm thinking, girl I fall in love with is going to be right around this corner. I'm going to get married and be happily ever after, blah, blah, blah. I think about that every street corner I turn. That's not even a joke. That's just something that, yeah, I like to hold on to because it's something that kind of makes me happy, you know? Being able to believe that that's a possibility, and that's what I feel like you need. You need to be able to believe that there's possibilities out there for you, no matter what they are. I mean, I don't believe that there is one true calling for every person. I believe that every person has multiple callings that they can obtain, that they can achieve. They just need to go for it, and they need to believe, and they need to dream big. And I've been laughed at multiple times for telling people, you know, how big my dreams are. I once told someone that I believe that I could have a statue on Mars one day if I wanted to, and they laughed me out of the building. Well, out of the Xbox Live call, but, you know, same thing. And it's something that I actually do believe. Like, you know, whether or not I actually want a statue on Mars, it's irrelevant. The fact is, I like to dream big, and I'd like to see you dream big. I'd like to see you send me a message back afterwards going, here's what I want. This is my ultimate goal. This is what I'd love to see happen, and one day it can happen for you, man. And, you don't need anyone to believe in you. You just need to believe, not even in yourself, but believe in the hope, and believe in chance, and believe that one day an opportunity could come to you that would make you really happy, that it could be as wild as you can imagine. But if you can believe that it will happen, then I think that will make your life a lot better. And, it will give you the hope to continue and go on day after day. I hope this helps. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Fridays with Foster, and I'd like to remind you guys that Foster's Mind, The World, is available for download. I'll put the link in the description. You can go download it, have fun. And every Foster's Mind from here on will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so look out for that. Last week's episode of Fridays with Foster was titled Grossest Story Ever, and I almost threw up because it was a disgusting story that I had to read. But it was actually the most liked, shared, and favorited episode of Fridays with Foster ever, which means that I might have to do another gross story one day. And, yeah, not really looking forward to that. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and until next time, this is Foster the Canadian, saying see ya.